most of them out here with a video about the mechanics for taking captives in battle. More captives equals more labor transported in the post-battle options. 0 of these greenskins were captured. The first thing to know is that only enemies that are killed while routing become captives. Nothing killed before this point is captured. Every unit killed while routing will become a captive, and about half of those captives will become labor that you can take with the transport captives option. The instant labor reward is based on gold value, I think, and is capped at about 500, but the transport captives option is not capped. Units killed while wavering do not get captured. You must wait until they actually break. Both units that are routing and units that are shattered count as routing, and all are captured regardless of whether they're killed during the battle or after the end battle pop-up. Units that are terror routed are counted as routed and will be captured. You can capture undead and demonic units, but you do not get any captives from entities that die from crumbling or disintegration. Here I'm using a special mod created by Dogcatdog to break the leadership and completely destroy the enemy army with crumbling and disintegration without my units doing any damage. As you can see, we get 0 captives from the battle. Once their leadership breaks, instead of routing, undead and demonic units will begin to crumble. Although you won't capture entities that actually die from the crumbling disintegration damage, you will capture any entities that you kill while they're crumbling, but before they've disintegrated. A quirk of Warhammer 3 is that the number of captives is multiplied by the number of lords involved in the battle. However many captives you take in the battle will be multiplied after the battle by the number of lords you bring to the battle. So always try to bring 4 lords, the maximum, to every big captive battle. In order to resolve, the AI seems to kill a lot of the enemies before they rout, so you don't get maximum captives. You can still get a decent amount, but nowhere near as much as you can manually. You should still get the same amount from the instant post-battle labor rewarded, as this isn't based on captives. All settlement battles, walled, minor, or unwalled, are calculated completely differently, and you'll generally get very few captives from settlement battles, so try to avoid them if you're trying to maximize labor. If at all possible, try to attack a secondary lord outside of a settlement to draw in the garrison, as it'll then be a field battle and you will be able to capture the garrison, unlike a settlement battle. If you attack the garrison directly, even if it's an unwalled settlement and you fight a field battle, it still uses the settlement battle calculation and you'll get very few labor. So fight field battles, take 4 lords if possible, fight the battle manually, break units first and run down all routers. If they're undead, make them crumble, then nuke them down and kill them ASAP before they melt away. When you're actually fighting the battle, assuming you have a superior force and you can afford to screw around, you want to do everything you can to stack leadership debuffs, break morale, and not kill anything, if possible, before the leadership breaks. As soon as a unit breaks and starts routing, nuke it. Every kill at this point is a captive. Or 4. Certain weapons like hobgoblin bows do little damage and it's spread more over the whole unit, getting few kills but will help break a unit. While blunderbusses, for example, do horrendous damage and will break units by themselves, but they'll also instantly kill a lot of entities before the unit has a chance to stop wavering and actually break. Think about the order that you kill in. Kill the Lord first. The single entity Lord is worth very little labor, and his death will give the army a leadership debuff and reduce the overall army strength, bringing them closer to army losses. Any other single entity or low entity units like balloons, siege weapons, monsters, and even elite cavalry can be destroyed early for the same reason. Try to break units with low spread out damage rather than nuking them. Hold the nuke until after they're actually routing. A good early game combo with the Chaos Dwarfs is firing on the units with your low damage hobgoblin archers. That'll give them under missile fire, -5 leadership. Burning Head, don't overcast it. Does lowish damage, especially on armored targets, but over the whole unit, it's quite a lot of hit point damage, hopefully without killing many individual units. And also apply the burnt -8 leadership. Cast Doom and Darkness, -16 leadership in an AoE on a group of units. Hashut's Dark Subjugation, -8 leadership on a unit. You can use Fear with nearby units like Fireborn or Lord's Monstrous Mounts, and of course all your other normal modifiers like attacking in the flank, grouping enemies nearby to give the faster and stronger penalty. As soon as the units rout, drop a Dreadquake mortar on them or open up with your blunderbusses to annihilate them before they can escape. It's a good idea to have some Hobgoblin Wolf Riders as well to make sure that you can run down every single fleeing enemy. All these tips will work for any faction with captive based mechanics like Dark Elf Slaves, Ogre Meat, Glenesh Devotees, etc. etc. Making sure that you actually break the units before you kill them has resulted in me probably at least doubling the amount of captives that I get. Huge thanks to Dogcatdog for the special mod that he created to test capturing enemies. I'll put a link down below to Dogcatdog's mod. The mod gives Drazoth a number of special abilities. You can use it to break all of the enemies, you can use it to kill all enemies on the map, or kill one specific enemy. Please let me know in the comments below if you figure out something that we missed.